Controversy on Twitter. Yeah, I'm completely shocked. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong one. Controversy on Twitter. Still, even with this one, pretty shocked. Sorry, wrong one again. Controversy on Twitter. I'm shocked. And this one's actually NASCAR related. So, of course, I'm pretty sure that everybody has seen this by now. Everyone's talked about it. I'm probably a day late, 2 days late, whatever. But it's the clip that Denny Hamlin put out in response to Kyle Larson pretty much costing him $200,000 at a minimum at Talladega on the last lap because he couldn't hold a line. And, well, I'll just play you the clip right now.
How much signal I need to cut across 8 lane? None? I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When I saw this initially, I laughed. I'm not going to lie to you right now. I found it funny. But at the same time, I knew that Twitter was going to blow up. It was only a matter of time. I personally saw the joke itself on its own without seeing anything else. But I then, when I took a minute to think about it, knew everybody that wants to be angry about this will be angry about this. And I don't think that everyone who's angry about it is just looking to be mad. I want to put that out there right now. I want to try and be a little more nuanced with this rather than what I put on Twitter, really just to troll people. But really, I knew when this was tweeted, when I saw it, when I took a minute to think about the ramifications it would have, that one, this was going to be taken down, and two, this was going to cause a stir. Now, I'm someone who grew up with the humor of Blazing Saddles, Airplane, South Park, Dave Chappelle's stand-up. I have a pretty messed up sense of humor generally, and I don't show it in a public setting because I have the awareness to know that I'll be taken out of context in any way possible, and I might take it a step too far, or 5 or 6. I get that. And this is something that I will say right now I think Denny Hamlin should have thought of. While I might not agree with a lot of the reaction that people have had, I do understand that in a public space, especially when it is your job to be an ambassador for not only a sport, but also your team and other members that own that team, I can get that, it's not going to be the smartest thing to tweet out a honestly pretty edgy joke. But at the same time, I also want to say, as someone who has been on the internet a long time, well, that's internet culture. Internet culture in a nutshell is something that is not going to be clean and good for PC America. But the response, well, generally, I think it was honestly kind of positive. There were people kind of at the, oh, you can't say that kind of thing, but laughing. And there were a lot of people who really found it funny. I would say generally from what I saw, when I looked up Denny Hamlin's name, when I looked at his tweet, when I looked at the quote tweets and responses to his, that it was generally like an 80 or 90% positivity rate when it came to the reaction. I think that the people who were more upset were much more vocal with being upset because, well, people who like a joke are going to laugh at it, maybe retweet it or something and move on. Now, there were many who were upset with this tweet. I will say that. I'm not going to say it was a very, very small amount. There was still a pretty good contingent of it, but many who were outraged, honestly, were the same people as usual. If you're on NASCAR Twitter or anything in general like that on social media, you know the people to look out for generally, and you know the ones who are going to be upset and playing PC police. At the same time, though, there were some that did bring up that, well, it was originally a racist joke. And it was. I mean, there's a reason that after it aired, Fox then later would pull it off the airwaves, at least for the channels that they own that it's on. But at the same time, I think what people fail to look at with this is intent. Denny Hamlin was not intending to be racist. There is no way you can tell me that a man who co-owns a team with Michael Jordan, hired Bubba Wallace, and has done different diversity initiatives in the last half decade or so, is going to go out there and be blatantly racist just to do so. Denny Hamlin is not a racist. He and Kyle Larson are good friends. And let's be honest, are we going to forget this joke that Hamlin was right there laughing with Kyle Larson on?
Delay to be the time to play video games. I'm shocked this is what you're doing, Larson.
Why, is that an Asian joke?
No, I'm saying you always are playing video games, racing games.
I've seen people compare this to Kyle Larson in 2020 on iRacing when he dropped a racial slur. And I'm going to be real, that is completely overreacting with this. But as fellow YouTuber Baloney Burger said, It's ironic, really, that much of the whole kind of woke crowd, as people like to call them, are wanting to play white knight for the same driver that they've been trying to tear down for 2 years. I'm just going to say now, it doesn't feel genuine. It feels like people are doing this for Twitter brownie points. And again, I'm going to say, it's not all. There were plenty of different people of Asian descent who were pissed off with it. At the same time, there were others who were completely fine with it and saw this as just being a bunch of people trying to talk in their place as well. Now, ultimately from this, Denny Hamlin did take the tweet down, which I'm pretty sure all of us knew was coming. He also got sent to sensitivity training by NASCAR, which, I'll be real, was probably the most unpopular thing NASCAR could have done here. NASCAR was in a tough position, though. You have plenty of multi-million-dollar sponsors who are going to be skittish with anything edgy like internet culture in any way whatsoever, and are going to be pretty upset and probably threaten to pull some of their funding. At the same time, you have the fan base, who is generally pretty okay with humor, as most normal people are, who is going to be upset with them if they do what they did. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I want to bring an odd note to everyone's attention, and I think it's really funny. A lot of people have brought this to attention, and I want to bring it up here, is that, well, the clip that he used was from Family Guy, a Fox-owned entity. So I don't want to hear anything about Fox Sports being upset when it's literally their company who put that out there. Yes, I know they've taken the joke down and out of the episode since then. And I'm going to be honest with you, as someone who knows YouTube a little more than the layperson, is that, well, they could take it completely off their internet if they thought it was that bad. It's kind of funny seeing NASCAR penalize a driver for something that a NASCAR partner put out there initially, and something that, and again, something that YouTubers can do, put his own spin on it. He didn't do it where he put the whole clip. He integrated it in. He actually, I like this, he actually flipped it and mirrored the video so it would fit the way Kyle Larson was going, and he created something completely different with copyrighted material. Something that YouTubers do and get ripped on all the time for, just saying. My verdict on all this is that 95, 99, somewhere a very high percentage of the people who are getting upset with this are just a result of PC culture, of a very, very soft generation who is going to find a reason to be mad so that they can have a Twitter mob and gang up on people. It's something that a lot of people have done before for even less than this. Also, I don't want anyone thinking that they can't feel a certain way on it either. And I'm not going to tell you how to think. I'm going to tell you how I think, and you can make your judgment on that, but I'm not going to tell you what to think on this subject. So I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on the whole deal? Am I right for thinking it's funny and maybe thinking NASCAR went a little too far? Or do you think that NASCAR didn't go far enough? The comment section is open to a debate. Just be respectful to each other. Don't throw a bunch of insults at each other if you disagree. Let's have a respectful conversation down there. I know, asking a lot for YouTube. While you're at it, leave a like in this video and share this video and subscribe to the channel if you like what I'm putting out. And to all my channel members, thank you so much for your support throughout the years. And until next time, have a good one.